to do this. Well, shit. Got a new stand. Thanks, Blanche, for the second one. Just haven't put it all the way together yet. We're lazy. We don't feel good. You like my messy hair. Okay. Let's see if we get some people in here, and we'll tell you what the fuck's going on with my life. Oh, shit. I said fuck in the first minute. Now I can't monetize this, I guess. Who gives a shit? It's a mess, Blanche. I just haven't felt like it. Let's see here. We can see. Great. Excellent. I didn't send no text out, and I'm not going to. Sorry, neighbors. Nobody gets special treatment today. $21 for an 017 chassis. Should we accept the if load? $23.50, and they offered $21. We're going to accept that offer. What the hell day is this? Oh, it's Friday. You ain't got no job. I ain't got shit to do. I'm going to get you high, Craig. Well, Fatty Bluntings, we have no audience. Yes, that's what happens when you don't run your YouTube channel for 2 weeks. Fat dog is. Fat dog. Fat dog you. Yeah, I see you, fatty. Okay, well, screw it. This will save us from uploading a video. I'm just going to get started because I got shit to do. I got a new MRI about 10 days ago from the surgeon who already said he would do surgery even off of my MRI from September. Well, hello, neighbor. Go ahead and hit thumbs up, leave a comment, tell me who the hell's here. And the surgeon said I didn't have to get a new MRI, but he would prefer it. And I said, well, shit, of course, neighbor. I know you need to make that money. I'll pay for an MRI at your office. Why not? If you're going to do surgery on me, of course I will. So, basically, got the MRI, a week passed, no word from the doctor. So I called his office on Monday, and he actually called me right back on Tuesday, which is really cool. I like this doctor. His name is Dr. Grant. He's at the Bone and Joint Institute of Tennessee. And so I spoke to him, and basically, we were under the eye. I've done all the different types of injections. I've tried everything, and nothing has helped my neck. And the other ones I've seen won't do surgery, either because I'm too young, they don't think I need it, etc., 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 etc. So this doctor is willing to do surgery. We have a problem, neighbors. I gotta quit fucking smoking. My insurance requires me to be tobacco-free for 6 weeks, and I thought I had a cigarette pack in my pocket. But I don't, so we'll do a metaphorical deep six that shit, Rod Weaver. We got a deep six, the tobacco. I've been wanting to quit anyways. I quit for over a year before my uncle got sick. When my uncle got sick and almost died on me, I started smoking again. So basically, right now where we're at, it looks like September 9th will be my surgery. If I can quit the tobacco. The tobacco. So, we're going to try. We don't have a choice. My other option is drop my Humana, go to regular Medicaid, pay my $179 a month Medicare premium. I said Medicaid, I meant Medicare. And they don't require that. However, the surgeon does request that 1 to 2 weeks before surgery you quit tobacco. And since this doctor is being kind enough to say, yeah, I'll cut you open and try and fix your neck, neighbor, I would want to respect that 1 to 2 weeks. So, I'm just going to try and take it as a motivator to quit. You can either keep living in miserable, agonizing, debilitating, ruin your life neck pain, and keep smoking. or you can give up the fucking cigarettes and get your surgery and hope it helps. So what the hell we gonna do? We gonna quit. We did it before. We can do it again. Biggest problem is we can't fucking find Jesus right now. And that's what helped me quit before. But my faith is lacking. It's very weak. Anybody that believes in Jesus, you might understand that shit. Anybody that used to believe in Jesus and doesn't believe in Jesus that's on this channel, because I know I got a few of you, you understand that shit really well. So, that being said, I'll be recovering for 3 months. I gotta shut my business down for 3 months. But now the problem is, I have all the way until September 9th to wait for surgery. And that's if I can quit tobacco. Because they actually are going to test me before the surgery. They do a blood draw, see if you have nicotine in your system. And so that means no patches, no gum, no nothing. You just got a cold turkey quit with no assistance. So, I struggled talking to Jody today, the receptionist that schedules the surgery, and setting a date. So I told her, well, let's just go 7 weeks out. Fuck it. You know, that gives me a week to prepare for quitting and to prepare my uncle, because he's going to have to deal with my bitchy ass. The fortunate thing is, Grumpy Unc is very patient. He's very patient with my bipolar mood swings. He's very patient with my highs and lows, my ups and downs. And so, I'm blessed to have my uncle. And then on the 28th of August, we'll go for our appointment, pre-surgery. We got to do classes for spinal fusion classes. Not required, but it's on the same day, and she really pushed for it. And again, this doctor is willing to fix my neck when no others are. So I want to appease him. And if he wants me to take this dumbass class, well, I'm gonna fucking take it. Because he deserves me to be 100% compliant with his requests, whether they're required or not. Because he's willing to help me when no other doctor is. So we'll go on the 28th, and we'll see his physician's assistant. I'll take Grumpy Unc to that appointment with me. And that way, he understands what he can do at home to help me. Basically, we'll be in a brace 1 to 2 weeks after surgery. For the first 2 months, we'll have a 10-pound weight restriction. Okay? And then the third month, we'll have a, I think he said 20 or 25-pound weight restriction. And then after that, I should be able to pull cord again. Okay? So, we're facing this big chunk of time before the surgery that I've been struggling to work. And finances are taking a nosedive. And then we have 3 months where we have to 100% basically shut down. But again, here is the beautiful thing. My uncle, even with his Asperger's, it's my own diagnosis that he has Asperger's. But my 55-year-old man-child uncle is learning the eBay. Here's his setup over here. This computer. Can't see the computer, but Blanche has given us a laptop, her used laptop that we use out here in the shop. And then I've got another laptop Blanche bought us that we use inside for printing our eBay labels and stuff. And so my uncle has been learning how to list eBay items, and now I've been teaching him how to ship eBay items and stuff. And so we will rely 100% on eBay for that 3 months after the surgery. And we are going to try and get everything we can done. We thought we were going to have 3 weeks to prepare, and I wish it was 3 weeks, because that would mean surgery sooner. But now we got, let's see, we're on July 17th. So, mid-August, that's 4 weeks. 2 more weeks. And then 9 days into September. So yeah, like seven weeks before surgery. So in 7 weeks, we have to set up everything we possibly can to be able to be down for 3 months. And we've been like 50% down, because I'm only really more like 75% down. I've only been able to commit about 25% of my days and my time to my shed shop. And obviously, as you see, almost no time to the YouTube. I just haven't felt like it. I got tons of videos. We got all kinds of videos. All kinds of videos, okay? It's all YouTube shit right here that I could upload for you guys. It's all videos. All videos, okay? We got lots of videos. Lots and lots and lots and lots. All videos here for YouTube, okay? Oh, there's some incidental auditing right there for you guys. I still haven't done that shit. That was like a month ago. Oh, The other thing is, I went to court the other day. I haven't even told you guys. I got a fucking speeding ticket. 50 mile an hour in a 30 mile per hour zone. $189 speeding ticket. I put in a FOIA for all the dash cam footage. And let me tell you something about putting in FOIAs in Marshall County. You don't fucking get what you request, no matter how many times you put in a FOIA. So, next time we go and put in a FOIA, we're going to wear the goddamn camera. And then, when they don't give us our information that we request, we're going to say, here's our video. This is bullshit. Who's that? Wally! Well, hey, neighbor Wally. Haven't seen you in a while, neighbor. How you doing? Just talking about my neck surgery and stuff. Just trying to update you guys. This way I don't have to upload a video. And hopefully people... I did tell everybody to try and keep an eye on the live playlist. Because once a video is no longer live, you can still watch it. And so that's where you guys can get most of my videos right now, because I have not felt like uploading shit. So let's see if we can get back on track. Yeah, and I was talking about Unc and eBay, and Uncle is also learning how to pack items and ship them, and so it's hard for me. I'm a control freak, okay, because I like things done a certain way, and I micromanage, and that's a flaw. It really is. It can be a good thing, but it's also a flaw. And it's really hard to put trust in somebody who makes a lot of mistakes. My uncle makes lots of mistakes on stuff. So putting trust in him on eBay is not easy, because he can make mistakes that can ruin our eBay. I have my eBay, and then we opened one together under his name, and we opened a joint checking account. And that's hard, because I've been honest with you guys also. My uncle used to be victim to a scammer. For 10 years, he was victim to somebody claiming to be Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton was allegedly kidnapped, and the FBI had her in protective custody, and it was a look-alike out there in the you know, concerts and this and that. He's went to Dollyland here from Tennessee all the way to Dollyland apparently to meet Dolly Parton. He's been scammed tens of thousands of dollars. We think somewhere in the $100,000 range is what he lost. And then when he almost died, that's how we got him away from his scammer. So it was a blessing in disguise. We both agree. That was the only way he was going to be able to get away from his scammer. He would lie to me about his paychecks and shit. And when my grandmother was alive, they had a joint checking account. And he gave away $10,000 in a week out of their checking account. Completely drained them. All of it. He was taking my grandmother's Social Security checks that were getting deposited and just basically giving it all away. So here's my grandmother, sick and dying, going without food and everything. And so with my uncle being sick and spending that month in the hospital in November to December last year, and then in the beginning of this year again, we were able to get him away from the scammer. Basically, and so it's a lot of trust, a lot of trust to open a bank account with my uncle and leave hundreds of dollars in it. You know, I say hundreds because that's all it is right now. You know, we're hoping it'll be more if the eBay can become more active, and we can get more stuff listed, because all this chip behind you is eBay chip. I got bins and bins and bins and bins full of chip. We got a list. See? I got... I've been working on for a year, and so, but might have to be eBay. That's eBay. That's not eBay, but that's eBay. Okay, this is all. I was going to build saws, but now because of the having to be down for 3 months, we'll probably take all these parts and sell them. Okay, that one bin there is all 028 stuff. We got all kinds of chit down there, all kinds of chit on that table. All these saws are ready for sale. Anybody want to buy a chainsaw? I'll sell them real cheap to you. I got 026s, 036s. I got some Poulan Pros. I got a really nice. I think it's nice. Anyways, kind of surprising to me. I got a newer home light. It's a AV32 or 32 AV. It's 38cc saw, and that thing sounds badass for a plastic homeowner saw. That thing sounds like it's piped. I like the way it sounds. I got a couple of mid-range Husqvarnas for sale too. If y'all need that chip, let me know. Okay. So basically, we're gonna entrust Uncle with carrying the entire eBay, and it will have to be both of them. So right now, him operating just one, he's doing decent. He's made some mistakes. One of them was fairly costly, you know, but it was under $100, and so not the end of the world. The hard thing for me is you have to try and understand and remember that when you hire new people into a business, there's going to be mistakes. that's why retaining employees for businesses is a wiser choice, because training people costs money, and not only the hours to train them, but the mistakes that happen cost money. And so having to learn to give him grace and mercy for that. I'm not a very patient person. That's one of my worst flaws, is I just have a short fuse, and I blow up real bad, very verbally, and I might smash things too. I'm not usually physical with people when I'm angry, but I do scare people because I go into like Hulk rage, and it sucks. It sucks. It's something I've been fighting to control and learning to get better at my entire life, and I've come a long way, but my temper is still something that is the reason I'm single and will always be single, because I can't, risk putting somebody through that kind of trauma. My uncle, I moved here to help him, and so he's exposed to it, but he does real well. He does real well dealing with my bipolar and stuff. I'll tell you guys that all the time. My uncle does me dirty a lot, but he puts up with a lot too, and so that's why he gets away with doing me dirty so much. Normally I wouldn't put up with that shit. I would leave, tell him he's on his own, but I can't do that because he puts up with me. And I don't just mean puts up with me. He tries very hard to be a patient person, to be understanding. He's very forgiving. He gives lots of grace and mercy. I was hoping to do a video with him discussing this stuff, and we will probably sometime this week, but he works overnights, so he's sleeping right now. Well, he works 2 to 10 on Thursdays, and then every other night, besides Tuesday and Wednesday, he works 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. And so basically, he sleeps until 8 p.m. And I'm not usually awake in the mornings when he gets home at 6:30. So we don't get a lot of time together, but we'll try to do a live event with Grumpy Unk, and he likes the eBay, so he can kind of tell you, where he's at with all of this, But the biggest thing is, gotta quit smoking, you guys. Not to be tobacco free for 6 weeks. I did not expect that shit. I had no idea about that shit, honestly. Gotta focus on that. That's the biggest hurdle. We gotta quit the tobacco again. And so we can't use patches. We can't use anything. No patches, no gum, because you have to be nicotine free, not smoke free, nicotine free for 6 weeks. And so this week will be my week to start cutting down. And the challenge with quitting smoking, I don't know if anybody has ever been a smoker. Quitting cigarettes for me is always harder than when I quit heroin and crack cocaine. Quitting that shit was a walk in the park compared to giving up cigarettes. But when I did quit, it just kind of came a day I just didn't want cigarettes no more. I was trying to quit, but not putting in a lot of effort. Just hoping that one day I would put them down, and I did. I just in 2022, Christmas Eve, I think, was my last cigarette, and then I didn't start smoking again until October of last year, when my uncle started getting ill, and also that's when my neck pain started really affecting my life as well. So we had that going on. We just have to do it. It's neck surgery or cigarettes. Those are my choices. I can keep smoking and not have surgery, or I can quit smoking and have surgery, and most likely have a better quality of life, which is what I aim to have. And a better quality of life will give me less depression, and so I will hopefully be able to do better with the YouTube channel. But basically where we're at is we're still just kind of a one day at a time thing, you guys. I've talked about I'm proud of myself. I've had a lot of calls about people wanting to bring their kid in to get worked on, and I've turned down the work. In the past, I've said I'm not going to take in new work, and I do, because it's hard. It's hard to say no. It's money, number one. Number two, when you have new customers call you and you have to turn them away, you lose advertisement by word of mouth. But I just tell all my customers why I'm turning them away right now, or potential customers, is that I'm preparing for neck surgery, and so that I'm unable to bring in new work. And so the only positive about it being way out in September 9th instead of 3 weeks is I have parts I'm still struggling to get for some of my customer chit. And I don't want my customer chit that's been here for a couple of months to have to be here another 3 months, plus the 2 months we're looking at before surgery. Because with the neck being down, customers start to solve here that they might want to buy, so that my restrictions And so I've got 10 or 15 saws available for sale now, and I've got a bunch of 390s I can build, I think 3 or 4. And then I've got a couple of 025s, a couple of MS250s. We've got a 200T here. That's actually, I ported this one, and I'm not great at porting, but it was so easy that I am confident in the port work on this. The only problem is, my trigger gets stuck. It's brand new, safety trigger here, safety lockout, and you got to push that down. I've taken this apart and fiddled with it for hours and hours and hours, and can't get that fixed. So might end up selling this 200T way cheaper than I normally do, because of that issue. And then hopefully the buyer is a tinkerer and they can fix that. You know, it wouldn't bother me all that much, and you can just, you know, if you're up in a tree, you can just use your finger to do that. But the guy buying this to climb with it, he doesn't want to deal with that. You know, I don't normally sell saws with issues like that, you know, but I might have to, because we have to kind of get a nest egg for the 3 months where there's no service work and no building saws. So that's kind of the goal. And let's see. I do apologize that the YouTube channel is not consistent, you guys, but I'm upfront and honest with you. I'm dealing with depression really bad, really bad, and I've got some subscribers that are being total dickheads right now. I communicate with my subscribers outside of the YouTube. Everybody has my phone number and email available to them. I consistently give it out on the channel, and it's my actual phone number, you know, so it's not like a text now number or something. That's my cell phone number that I've had for many years. And part of the challenge is that what happens is, not doing the YouTube and uploading videos that I have the ability to upload and edit kind of depresses me more, because I'm not fulfilling an obligation that I feel I have, which is to keep videos on this channel for the people that like the channel and anticipate content and they don't receive it. But Greasy Shop Brad got his free Hey Neighbor t-shirt delivered. He's happy. Jamie texted me, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, he got his shirt a couple days ago. And then Simon's over in the UK, and it cost us $30 $30 to ship his free t-shirt. So hopefully he gets his soon, and there's no extra customs or nothing. But the giveaways, we don't have the ability to do giveaways right now. We've got Rob Weaver's 041 giveaway that we got to do. Those are really hard saws to find parts for. And so still trying to get Nathan's 041 going right. I think, unfortunately, between the oil tank and the crankcase, even though I put a new gasket in there, I think it's leaking. I think the oil is leaking into the crankcase bottom half, and that's why my saw's not running right, because I made a custom cap for that, just as a test cap. It wouldn't be able to stay on the saw because it's cherry rig cap, but to eliminate the tank vent being the only problem, and it's not the only problem. I thought it was the last problem we had to resolve, but it's not. So we got more work on Nathan's. Kubota wanted, I don't know how many of you have seen his. I've got his 1986 Kubota tractor here. Been here about 7 or 8 months. Initially, it just came in to put a transmission fan on, which he paid $60 for that little fan. And so the mower wouldn't run right, and so he told me, yeah, go ahead and go through it. So we did some work on it, and then it sat for a couple more months, because Nathan is raising 7 children, and so he has 7 children, a wife, and 2 jobs, and a part-time business to contend with. And so his deck sat here for a long time. I couldn't get the spindles off no matter what I tried, but it was going to be like $1,500. Kubota wants to just replace the spindles on that deck, and so that's not going to happen. So we don't have the deck for that right now, and we're not doing the part, but that's a fucking thing, and you're holding another platter over here that's full of shit. Hey Simon, I was just mentioning your t-shirt, neighbor. I don't know if you checked your email, but I emailed you your picture of your USPS label there, which is where it starts off in the United States. So you should get your t-shirt soon, I would think, neighbor. I sent it out about a week ago, and so I would hope within the next week you have it, maybe a little longer. And then I wanted to tell you, Simon, since you're here, if you get hit with any kind of customs fees for that, I paid $30 to ship that bitch out. If you get hit with any kind of customs fees, you let me know, especially if you have an inability to pay, let me know, and the pay that come up if there's anyone that's into your country. So just keep me posted, neighbor, okay? And we'll go from there. So in for a neighbor Jason that I'm custom building an 0264, and he wants the I hate when people ask on Facebook, is this still available? When especially when it's a general ad just saying that I sell chainsaws and that I work on them. People ask, is this still available? Is what still available, neighbor? I told you I've got 15 to 20 saws available for sale. What saw do you want? Oh yeah, you're welcome, Simon. No, thank you. Like I said, neighbor, I hate that because it's pricey to ship out of country. That my neighbors in Canada, and I got probably at least 50 subscribers that I know of between Australia, the UK, and Canada that are regular on the channel. They might not comment a lot, but they're regulars on the channel, and they'll comment here and there, and so it sucks because when I do a giveaway, I want to be able to include everybody, and since with yours, Simon, I didn't say only the U.S. could enter into that giveaway, and so that's why I wanted to honor that you won, and whatever, $30, no big deal, neighbor, because I think you'll like a t-shirt, and you're a big guy, like me and my uncle, we're big guys. I only wear an XL, but uncle wears a 3X like you, so hopefully it fits well, and hopefully you're happy with it. And so you'll have to go back. Jenny texted me the other day. She's doing good, I think. That's funny you bring her up because I was like, damn, I need to message her. We need to start setting up the time for the ceremony and everything, and then decide, are we going to be married for 3 months or 3 years? Anyways, that's funny. You'll have to go back, Simon, and watch this event. And again, keep an eye on the live playlist. Even if you don't see the video live, you can still watch it after the fact, because I don't know that I will be uploading content. I told you guys, I'm being blatantly honest, I have content I can upload, but don't know if I will be, because I just am fighting a lot of depression and stress in my life. It's funny, I haven't had financial stress in a long time, because I've just always been so poor that it just didn't even bother me. I was used to being poor and not being able to pay for things. But having all the credit card debt that I have and trying to jumble all those bills and not forget to pay any of them has caused me a lot of stress and depression. And I should have stayed away from the plastic, but it's hard when you go 10 years with shitty credit and you can't get a $300 credit card, and you all of a sudden get approved for a $4,000 Lowe's card. 8:30 p.m. there. Okay, so you are 8:30 p.m. You sure it's not 8:12 p.m.? Are you rounding off? Because I thought time zones went by the hour, not 15 minutes. Because it's 2:12 p.m. right here, so that would put you 6 hours and 15 minutes in the future, Simon. Isn't that fascinating? You're in the future, and I'm in the past. You're in a time where I will be in 6 hours, and I'm in a time that you had 6 hours ago. So when people say time travel isn't real, bullshit. All I gotta do is jump on a plane and fly to Simon, and I travel to the future. Or if Simon or Jenny or somebody else on the other side of the world came here, they're traveling back in time. Fascinating, right? You might not find it fascinating, but I always have found that fascinating and always will. Yeah. So, yeah, the 026 for Jason. Just waiting on he wants an actual steel bar and chain, and that was pretty pricey, like $90-something for a bar and chain, 16-inch for 026. So we're waiting for that to come in, and then his saw's running, but not quite running right, and so I've got to get some tinkering done with that, and that's the biggest thing. My customer stuff, I've been, for some reason, extremely challenged to get out. Anybody want to buy a back blower? I got a BR450, extremely low hours, but you have to be local or be willing to pay like $100 to ship it. That's in the lower 48 only. I've got an 044 done. Yeah, neighbors, you want to hear my bitch start? I got to seat the ring still, and Luke might be buying it. He's a subscriber. My price is still high on it, but it's here's my 04 flavors. Here's my 12 mil slant fin. Original twist cap. 04 neighbors. I had to change carbon mount studs out because these were way too long with a different type of plastic. Yeah, so Wally, on the 026, yeah, so sometimes I will remove the baffle and open up the port that's behind the spark arrestor, and I'll eliminate the spark arrestor. This customer wanted the baffle removed, and so all we did is, I can show you here. It hurt real bad. But this one's already been opened up. Shit, I might have put the wrong one on this shit. And I think I got gas leaking in this bin. I do, because I never emptied this tank. So bear with me here. I'm trying to find one that hasn't been cut yet. Let's see here. Here we go. Okay, so this is the front cover of the 026. Basically, they have a full baffle, okay, and then they either have one center hole right here that's slightly larger than these, or these four. And so if you open this whole rectangle up right here, and you can still leave the spark arrestor screen in, it's an average of a 20 to 25, maybe 26% gain in power. And on the 026, you can't usually do a base gasket delete. There's not space for it. So that's already got a pretty good squish on it. I think on Jason's, we put a meteor piston in it, and I think the squish was like with a base gasket. And I used an aftermarket because they're a little bit thinner than the OEM. I have OEM and aftermarket, and it's, you know, it's not much, but it doesn't take much on squish to make a difference. 027, so that's pretty good for 026. I'm happy with that. Hey, Ted Neitzel. What's up, neighbor? So that's what opened it up, that rectangle. And he elected to have the spark screen stay in, so that's what I did with his. Yeah, this has no spark screen, so his is over here. Ted Neitzel, since you're here, neighbor, I apologize. I didn't do a video, but we can thank Ted Neitzel. Yes, I had one more 026 cylinder that I could have used, but Ted sent me one that was just like almost fucking brand new. He donated it. So Ted Neitzel, here is the cylinder, and I didn't do any footage on this saw, neighbor. Sorry, I just haven't felt like doing footage. I just haven't felt like it, you guys, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna tell you where I'm at. And then Ted Neitzel, I finally have room for my bar. Here's your bar and the two semi-decent chains that I'm sending you. Well, they don't have a lot of life, but 50% is better than none. Hey Blanche, yeah, I know it's rainy here, and you know how it is. I can't do nothing about that. That's the only shitty thing I notice in my lives. A lot of times it's blurry. But here's your bar chain. Problem is, Ted, I can't find my fucking roller. I can't find my roller to close your rail gap, and I know you don't have one. Yeah, Wally, I love the 024s though, even with the stock muffler. I love the 026s. I've never been a huge fan of the 028, but I do like them. So anyways, let's see here. Yeah, I definitely had some gas leak in that bitch. So we're going to leave the lid off. Okay. Let's see if this 044 wants to start. Oh, you know what? It has no gas in it. Because I let it idle a quarter of a tank to start seating the rings. No gas. I told Luke I'll wait a week before I list this saw for him to come up with either a deposit or the full amount for the saw, because he really wants it. 14-year-old kid. I really hope he's able to get it. And if so, the other factor of that is I really hope he's happy. I can do that. I hope it gets to you quicker, because I know it's Shed Shop 1.0, but I can barely walk in there right now because I don't like leaving my weeders and shit outside to get sun faded, even though they don't run. I've got some really nice John Deere trimmers and some really nice Troy-Bilts, and I had to get them in there. And right now my $5,000 mower is sitting exposed to the 100-degree sun. It's not like 100 degrees today because it's been raining all day, but yeah, Ted, if Tony will roll that bar for you, shit, neighbor, I can send it. I was just looking at it. Oh, here's the problem. I just noticed as I set this down, Ted, we've got, and it's blurry, Ted, I'll send you pictures of this. We've got some material, let me turn it around. We've got some material missing that I think on the nose might be an issue. It's only on one side, but that might be an issue. I don't know. I've used bars with pieces missing like that, but let me look, Ted, and see if I have a nicer one. And if not, we'll send that one, and hopefully, hopefully it will be good. You won't know until Tony looks at it and determines whether it's salvageable or not. But I mean, I wouldn't sell it on a saw like that, and I obviously wouldn't sell it. That's why I'm trying to give it to you. I would use it on my personal saws, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, and Blanche, I showed the stand you bought us. I just started assembling it, but I want to get this done so I can get to my errands and everything else in my day. So let's go ahead and make our neck hurt really bad, starting this fucking powerful saw, hopefully. I'll let Luke see it running. I actually got to stand on... No, I don't. It's going to take a few because it was run all the way out. Come on, bitch. Okay, taking a few more than I thought. Oh, I didn't have it on full fucking choke. Fuck myself. There she is, neighbors. I've been working on this motherfucker for a year. Okay, I have down there. Whew, shit. That tired me out real quick. I have down there the original crankcase I started with, but it was a straight fin, and the slant fins are way more desirable. The 12 mil slant fins, if I said that right, are way more desirable. So when I got a 12 mil in that the Don Lot 1K, oh, by the way, we've made our $1,000 back, and it wasn't by selling parts. I built a 390 out of that lot, and the 193T we did for Braden, and between those two saws and just a little bit of parts that we sold, we're at break even, and I think we're in the profit on that. I was trying to keep perfect track, but I said fuck it, it's too much energy, too much effort. Because, you use parts out of it for other stuff and add to it sometimes what you need, and you gotta blah blah. So, Ted, is that a yes? You want me to ship that bar out? As is. I'm gonna look for a better one, but either way, if I don't find a better one, I'll send that one, and hopefully you guys can determine that it's usable, at least for your purposes. Whew, shit, yeah. So, I think that's about it, you guys. Those of you that didn't catch the whole thing, you can go to the beginning of this after I end it, and you'll be able to watch it and get the update on the neck surgery and everything else. And so we'll just take it one day at a time. Like how long my hair's getting. Normally, this is where I chop it off because I get irritated with it. It mats up and shit. Okay, excellent, Simon. Excellent. Yeah, so I think that's it, you guys. I gotta get my ass to work. Be kind to one another. Everyone's facing a battle. Keep an eye out on the live video playlist, because that's where most of my shit's going to be right now. Again, I'll try to get some of the other content that I've had for weeks and weeks and weeks uploaded for you guys. I just haven't had the motivation, and I'm sorry, I'm doing you dirty, I know, but, at least I'm telling you the truth. I'm fucking depressed and I don't feel like it. It's not that I don't love you guys, I just suck at it. I love you guys even though I suck at it, okay? So, until next time, be kind to one another. Everyone is facing a battle. Love you too, Ted Neitzel. And I love the rest of your neighbors, even though I suck at it. Alright, Ted, that's what we'll do then. I'll send that one out if I don't have a nicer one, okay?